Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Where Wendy Travels, Where Wendy Creates. Today, I wanted to take advantage of showing you a couple of books that I picked up from the local library, and I think I paid $2 a piece for them because they were hardback. But again, it's a great charity, so I wanted to take advantage of that. These books are old books that the library stopped putting into circulation. And so we're going to take advantage of them for our junk journals. Instead of throwing them away, we have donated to the local library. And we're going to show you how we make the junk journal pages out of them. So to start off with, we're going to go ahead and remove them from the book, which we can either cut like so and pull them out, or we can tear. Now that was glued. So right at the end of the glue is where it came out. So we can cut one page at a time. We can tear them out. And this one's kind of perforated. It's going to come out with multiple pages though. So let's go ahead and release the thread on that to pull these pages out, because we're going to be using them in our junk journals. And I might even put a page or two in the scrapbook, but mainly today we are focusing on junk journals, which these are great for the sticker books as well. And got that loose. Go from the other side, start trimming some of these threads. Because we want these as whole as we can when we pull them out, and then we're going to size them down as we go. But look at the beautiful colors in these pages. Absolutely love these. And as you know, I work with approximately 8.5 by 11 sheets for the beginning of most of my junk journals. So these pages coming out of this book, I'm still going to have to trim down to fit in the junk journal, but I'd like to have them whole, and then I can decide where exactly I want to trim those down. Beautiful, beautiful colors. If you can get the children's books, they're really worth whatever donation the library is asking, or whatever donation on top of that you want to give to the library, because these pages make incredible, incredible junk journal pages. And we're going to keep the outside hardback, and I'll show you how we can use those later on for either a larger junk journal or in a couple of different art projects that I have coming up. And we're just pulling that out at the seams, trimming the threads that bind it in right at the spine. All right, let's pull these apart. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Absolutely gorgeous. Love them. And love the illustrations that you get in these books. Looks like this was originally published in 1993 and then first printed in Hong Kong in 1997, reprinted in 1998. So it has run a very nice time in the library, and it all is in English. But again, it's nice to have your art, your published word, in many different languages. And the artist, both the author and the art designer, really, really did a great job on these. Okay, and nothing is left but I'll have to pick that up, the empty spine, which again, we're going to keep that and use that again. I also have these doilies, and I wanted to show you how I fold the doilies and use them in my junk journals. And we're going to take these larger doilies and actually put them as 4 different pages instead of just one. So we're going to use all of the doilies. I believe I got this at the Dollar Tree for $1.25 for all of these doilies. Really great, 32 pieces. Smaller ones, we can use that as whole. I also like sometimes putting these down on a page and just using my ink stamp pad and just putting it all the way through, making a design on the back of the page too. So we're going to use all of these in book pages. And we're going to trim this, throw away the plastic. We're going to trim this down and use this as a junk journal page as well. And again, I use that 8.5 by 11 average size. So this book, we're not going to tear out all of the pages today, but we are going to do a few of them here because I do like the writing as a background in these pages. So that's going to be nice to go ahead and take a few of these out too. So I'm going to see if they want to tear out or if I'm better cutting them. And again, I like the torn pages. So I think that'll be just fine as well. To tear a few of these out because I might tear them on all sides. And be careful when you tear out more than one page because sometimes if it likes to tear into the book, you're going to tear all of them the same way. So be careful if you don't want to do that. And we're going to use these pages. And I wanted to show you this today because I really do want to go ahead and bind up some of the books and get them going so you see how I bind them. Ah, beautiful there. Glossy sheets, might leave those. I might take a few of them. Let's go ahead and take one. Probably don't need that model, but we can cover her up. So again, just getting started a little bit, not taking all the pages. I'm probably taking 5 pages out, leaving 5 to 10, flipping the page, taking another 5 out, because I may want to use this book as a large sticker book or as a large junk journal itself, because it does have such a large spine here that I can put a lot of bulk back into this book. So that's why I don't want to take all of the pages together out. I just want to take some of the bulk out. And again, we're using all of these pages. Everything is being used. There's too many pages in my hands. Okay, so let's start with that. And we are going to start having the fun. Over to the 8.5 by 11 size sheet. We're going to tear out a piece of regular notebook paper. It's supposed to be perforated and come out nicely. Doesn't always wanna. And we are going to size check the pages that we took out of the book. And with size checking them, then we're going to move over to a couple of travel guides that are already used. And we are going to go ahead and tear down the pages to size. Again, I like the different frou-frou edging, as well as a straight edge, as well as a torn edge. So we're going to have fun with this and tear out some pages out of the magazine tour guides as well. I believe this is St. Augustine, both of these. So I do like to keep these. I like to scrapbook with them, but let's go ahead and have some fun with these. And we are going to use them as pages in our junk journal as well. And see if we can't work on a few of these pages, putting them in our junk journals. Having some beautiful color show through. Using the writing as some of the background. Look at those beautiful colors. So again, don't let anything go to waste. When you're done using it, if you really don't want to keep it, please go ahead and use it with your junk journals. Make a junk journal. Give it away to somebody that you know would appreciate your work at the holidays. Or, of course, open an Etsy store, eBay, whatever you would like, and sell them. I do have an Etsy store. It is closed. I may open it again in the future. But again, I am having so much fun playing. I do a craft show or two right before the winter holiday, before Christmas, and have been selling some of my junk journals there as well. So again, what I don't use does not go to waste. I do like to turn them over if I'm not writing in them and go ahead and put them up in the Etsy store or sell them at these events. And these are all close to the 8.5 by 11. I've even used the front cover and the back cover. And they're going to get folded over and put in with the junk journals as well. So we're going to go through this stack and just fold them in half. We can even use some of the fancy scissors that I have not put on my table. So we'll find them and use them in a little bit. But let's just go ahead and get these folded. We can get these added into the cardstock pages that we have used to add texture, feel, look, composition. And again, we don't waste anything. So thanks for coming along with me on this journal. I hope that you will start using your old magazines, your old travel guides, the same way, because they are so much fun. You can paint on these pages, you can color on these pages. We're going to add paper to these pages. We're going to decoupage these pages. Have lots of fun with them, because all it is a foundation for your creativity to go on top of. And that's all we need, the foundation for your creativity to go on top of. So once you have used these magazines, if nobody else has taken a trip in that area, or they're a couple of years old, the phone numbers might not be the same for the stores or whatnot, go ahead and use them. We're also going to have an upcoming tutorial where I sit around the fire pit and I play with a little fire. It may sound strange, but we take a page and we just burn the edging of it, blow it out. I do it around the fire pit, very safe, no children around. Don't like playing with matches, but it really, really adds a great look, a great texture, goes well with the tea staining and the tea dyeing. So this is just one small step of making our junk journals. And again, thank you for being on the journey with me. I hope that you're picking up a tip and a trick here and there. And just grab your stuff, sit down with me, let's play. And again, today we are just showing you a couple of the different mediums, a couple of the different ways that we can race through some of these, make some bulk page foundations for our junk journals. And again, we just take some of the pages that we have done with the cardstock, the ribbon, the other pieces. We put them all together to create our junk journal so that nothing goes to waste. Everything fits in so nicely. And with the doilies and the different pages, we're going to tear down and cut down to size. So you're just starting with your basics, you're building, you're deciding which pages you want to go in which junk journal, and make 2 or 3. Challenge yourself to a junk journal a month. Go ahead right now, sit down, make a half a dozen of these junk journals, and do your art. Play with them, write in them, create a page a day, every day. And that way we have the foundation put together you can go ahead, get out your markers, get out your glue, get out your other magazines, and let's start making a sticker book, a junk journal book. I love maps. That just looks so cool to me. And if you mess up a page, it doesn't matter. It really, really doesn't matter. You just put something on top of it. Oh my goodness, I just saw a peacock on that. So here I am wanting to brag what beautiful pages we have. And then look at this one. I turn it over, we've got a beautiful peacock. So again, you don't want to cover up everything on the back. Sometimes the words sideways coming through, they look great. So we're getting some of those torn up. So let's go ahead and grab a bunch of the cardstock we have done with pages, and let's take these apart. Let's add some pages here and there to the junk journal, because again, we want, looks like I still need to glue that or sew that in. We want to have, look how nice those colors look together. Isn't that great? And we want to have different textures, different feels, different everything in these junk journals. So it's nice to put the different pages in. And we're going to work on these books before we bind them. So we're not quite to that stage yet. We're also going to go ahead and tea stain up some of these book pages. But I wanted to show you how easy, how well they go in together. And this, we're going to add some doilies. We're going to add some different textured papers to it. But this is going to come together and be a really, really beautiful journal. All right. Musical notes. Whatever you like, whatever your hobbies are, you want to put in your junk journal. You also want to show that in your scrapbooks. Whatever you're passionate about. If you're passionate about travel, trees, gardening, dresses, makeup, tools, forerunners, whatever you like, let's get those magazines that have those things in it, and the older ones that we don't want to look through again and again. Let's put a little bit of that hobby into your junk journal to start with. Okay, getting these done. Don't think we're going to rip up this one in this video because it's just taking too long to fold these pages over. But I am glad that you came along with me today and that you saw one more step in our process of creating these wonderful junk journals and not letting anything go to waste, even the front and the back cover. Just put that right in the junk journal. We've got all these pages we're going to go ahead and stuff in. We're going to take some of these and tea stain. So it's going to be really, really nice. Thanks again for coming on the journey with me. For tea staining, I think next. We'll get to the spine and the binding very soon. Thank you.